Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name's Derek, this is Fatal RPM, and in today's video, we might be getting the engine out. So, after spending what seemed like an extended amount of time looking over the engine, what the hell is that? I've come to the conclusion that we have a couple coolant lines still to unhook from the engine, as well as, of course, the power steering lines, which we have not touched up to this point, and just a few other little odds and ends, not including the exhaust. Honestly, I feel like the exhaust is going to be the hardest thing, so that's what we're going to tackle here first. We have the 2 or 3 bolts down in here for the exhaust that we got to get to. We walk around the engine here. We got the power steering lines that go down to the rack, this line, and then we have this one here coming out of the intake runners. It would look like right in here. So that's what we have as far as this goes. I don't know how I'm going to record the removal of this exhaust, but best believe I'm gonna try something. It looks like we might have enough space under here for me to set the camera somewhere. I'm not entirely sure. Looks like we've been just dropping coolant as the car has sat here. I don't know where that's coming from. Let's go ahead, hop into the car, and try and get this exhaust off. Here under the car, as you can see, we might have a bit of a leak. I wonder why that's the case. We have 3 bolts on this guy here. We got those 2 there, one of which is being blocked. So we're gonna have to undo this U-joint here, or just undo this part of it here and pry it off so we can get it out the way. So it shouldn't be too terribly difficult. And then we got, it's really hard to see this upside down. And then there's another one on top that I really can't get in the frame at the moment, but that should be really easy to get to. Thank you. Oh, that's no good. That one sounded like it actually, nope, it snapped off too. Okay. It sounded like it may have worked, but this is also stuck. It's not a good sign, there's no nut in there. Nope, didn't work. Okay, un momento. Alright, so unfortunately, that bolt stripped. So, or the nut stripped off the little stud. So, unfortunately, we're gonna have to cut that, which means I'm gonna have to get a recip saw. Unfortunately, I don't have one of those, so I'm gonna have to do that when we actually get the engine out of here. So on another day we'll do that, but it'll still be in this video, don't worry. Yeah, we'll work on the coolant here. So this is really just going to be a sprint. I'm going to go ahead and pull this guy off. You'll see everything that I'm doing, and yeah, we'll just get straight to it because there's not really much that I can really talk about. But if there is something in between that I feel you should need to know, then I will let you know. But let's get to it. So real quick, just want to apologize for the fan noise in the back. You really want to be careful with this. And if for some reason your AC system is not drained yet, make sure to drain that before you get started on this. Because more than likely you're going to break off these lines. My lines were corroded and ended up twisting off, and I will show you what I mean by that here in a second. Cool. Alright, so as you can see right here, this was actually coming off, but obviously it was easier to twist that, so it wasn't able to come off. Also, all the mounts under here, there's 3 mounts, and they're all Phillips. I don't know why. Alright, that's not going back on. I don't know why, but this mount here, there's one here, and then there's also one over here, which you're going to want to undo. And then you got the big bolt for this guy here. I say big, but it's like a 11. So you got this one here. And yeah, this guy comes out. Alright, so as it stands, we have the, almost called that a fuel pump. We have the power steering pump undone. As you see, we got all that off, and this guy here, most of the stuff on here are 10s. And then we went ahead, we got that line off, and that line as well. Focus, that line as well. So, all that's left to be done is we have stuff to unplug down here, the starter and stuff, which is probably going to be easiest to do from under the car. Honestly, I feel like if it's too tight, what I'm going to end up doing is I'm just going to raise the car and undo the zip tie or whatever that is that's holding it to the body, so that I can just unhook it while it's in the air, because it's going to be like 10 times easier to do. But the last things that we have to do is unbolt the transmission, the starter plugs down there, and the exhaust. And then once we cut the exhaust, that will be the last thing that we're doing before we pop this car up in the air. So, like I said, we're getting it done this video. So let's go ahead and jump to tomorrow. Alright, so it's been a couple days later. That fan is on. Instead of the next day, we're just gonna leave it at there were health issues that caused me to not come into the garage. But either way, we went ahead, we got the tool that we need for the job. Oh, it's locked. So that's all set. I already had the blades from the body trimmer that I had bought initially when I was going to do this, instead of just using the cutoff. But the body trimmer works off the compressor, and I can't run the compressor because if I run the compressor, then the fuse will blow. Sorry. Yeah, we're just going to use the recip saw or sawzall, whatever you want to call it, to go ahead and cut the exhaust. I'm not foreseeing any issues with that as well, because the 240 actually has the same flange on it, and it looks like it's the same type of setup as where it's a long straight and then it just shoots straight up pretty much at a slight angle. But it says that or it doesn't say anything, it just looks like it will fit, and it's about 70 bucks, so I'm willing to waste 70 bucks. Worst case scenario, I get stainless steel that I can practice to weld on. So that's where we're at with that. So as far as unbolting the transmission, I'm gonna do that from under. I learned my lesson trying to take you guys under there before. This camera almost got soaked in that power steering fluid, and I really don't want that to happen. I don't want anything to fall or anything on the camera. This is too new, and I'm too broke to replace this thing. So I'm gonna go ahead get that unbolted. We'll start jacking the car up, engine out after. Yeah. Wow, we're already that close. I don't know why I smacked the camera. We're doing the wipe. I think the engine is completely free. Yep, it's free. All right, I need to undo like 2 more things. 1 more thing. 2, 1, and stack. 3, 2, 1, and stack. Whew, there it goes. That was a good idea to zip tie this to that. Why exactly? I fail to see the win there. So one of the, I'm assuming that's the ground bolt or the main, zip tied to the engine mount for some reason. But that's nothing these things can't fix. Wow, that is a terrible spot for that. Okay, luckily I have ratcheting wrenches are amazing. Unless they're broken like this one. Yeah, the C-clip came out of this one somehow. So the whole ratcheting mechanism just kind of pops out when it wants to. But usually accomplish what I'm trying to do before that happens. The whole car just shifted. Hold up. Yep. We were caught on something. Alright, let's see what we're caught on. I don't see what we're caught on. Oh. That's how. I completely forgot that I still have issues with the exhaust. So it looks like I can finagle this out of here. It's not going to be easy, but it can be done. It appears. It might also be impossible. We shall see. Nope. Doesn't look like that's an issue anymore. Woo! I think that was the last little clunk. Yep. That was the last little clunk. Alright. We are free! Completely. Uh-oh. Something stuck on the alternator. What's stuck on the alternator? Oh, goddamn zip ties. Are you serious? Here goes the most difficult part. Actually getting the engine on the engine stand. Ooh. Oh, I hope these bolts actually work. Let's grab this one. All right, whatever that thread was in that other video, that's the thread. We're good. So it looks like we just about have enough space to pass over the front. There we go. Ooh. Okay, let's move shit before shit breaks. Oh, it still put a nice big old fucking scratch in it. It's over and done with now. I don't know what you guys can see, but if you can't see much, I am sorry. Can't believe I actually got it out. Not gonna lie, I thought that was not gonna happen. The question is am I gonna be able to get to this thing? Nope. Alright, I gotta take the clutch off real quick. Yeah, this clutch, this clutch is not the original one. And I can say that for sure, because it's missing a bolt, so I just took this one out. And you can see, I'll bring you guys over here real quick. That's the one I just took out. That's the one that was missing. So yeah. So whenever we place the clutch here, that is 100% going to be needed. Seriously? Thank you. Clutch isn't in too bad a condition. Not my hands. There you go. Almost there. Yes. Oh, wow. Man. That was definitely a struggle. Whew. All right. So that's that. It's finally out. All I can say is I'm happy that this thing is finally out of the car. Oh, dear Lord. So, next thing is to basically just strip this thing down to the almost block, actually. It's kind of funny saying that. We're basically going to strip it all the way down to the block. I might leave the heads on here, but like I said, I wanted to put the 33 heads on here, so we might also just take them off. But I kind of want to wait until I get to 33 heads before I do that, so I'm still kind of up in the air on it. Anybody, please let me know down in the comments, because I'm not going to have the time to research this, and more than likely this video is going to be out before the next time I actually get some free time, or remember to even do it. But what the hell is this fan for? It's the one that went into the little plastic piece that goes up to here and blows down in here. What is that for? I don't know. If you know, go ahead and let me know. As always, I want to thank you for watching. If you like the video, go ahead and hit the like button down below. And also, if you want to support me just a little bit more, go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you have not already, as well as the bell icon next to it, and click all so you get notified whenever I drop a new video. But yeah, I am absolutely filthy. I am touching my camera with both my disgusting hands. I'm gonna go home and get cleaned up and get like 4 hours of sleep before I work tomorrow. All right, peace. Okay. How did I get up here? Shit. Oh my god. Oh fuck yeah, I'm Spider-Man. Let's get it.